How's it going, guys? This is Najam. Welcome back to another video. Now this is going to be a video for my members. This video will be public, but I'm going to make it to members only, just like with almost all of the other unboxing and first impressions videos. The reason I'm mentioning this is because of the topic of this video. I've just got the new camera in and I'm just going to do an unboxing and a first impressions. But if you're a member or if you're a subscriber, you might have known that I got the Lumix S9. So I moved from the Panasonic G9 to the Lumix S9. So going from micro four thirds to full frame. And then I made some bad decisions. So it's completely my fault. And I decided to move back to micro four thirds. And I got the G9 Mark II. So now I've got the S9 once again. So I'm going back to full frame. Now there is actually a very specific reason. It's actually the lens. Now I'll talk about the lens in just a bit. Let me go get the box and we'll do an unboxing. Okay, so I did buy this from MPB and I know my phone's a bit close to the box, but should be in two separate boxes, so I'll just get those out. Okay, here's the first one, and I got myself this lens with it. Now let's go ahead and start with the unboxing of this camera first. I've done this unboxing before. It's the same as the previous video, but I got this used in like new condition from MPB. So it should be in basically a new condition, but it's black, so I got the black one. Look where the battery is. Okay, it's already in there. Okay, let me just check out the condition of the camera. So it's in like new condition, which means it's basically brand new. I think it's just got some dust on it from the warehouse, but here it is. Now I picked this one for the same reason. It's smaller than the G9. So I also picked this lens. This is 50mm f2. This is not the lens that made me switch back to full frame. I'll get that one in just a moment. Ta-da! Here we go. Leave the rest. So the reason I picked this lens is because it's a small lens and this has a 3D look that you get with the Leica lenses. So nobody told me this. The Sigma lenses do have that look, but only some of them. Sigma's older lenses, as far as I know, they weren't really all that in my opinion, but this one does have a 3D look. So 023. So this is the 23rd version. Anyways, let's yeah, looks alright. Okay, I'll play about with it in just a bit. Let me go ahead and get the other lens, which is the reason I'm going from micro four thirds to full frame once again. So this is it. This is the 20 to 200mm. The reason is because this one is an all-in-one lens, and if you're a subscriber and you're a long-time follower, you know I like the convenience. The quality of this lens is absolute garbage, but it's a very convenient lens. Ta-da! Okay, so take the lens out of the pouch. Put the pouch back in there. There we go. Okay, bye-bye. Ta-da. Okay, let's close this and then so there are the specs of this lens. Filter 72mm. Okay, let me just give you my impressions of this lens. So this lens is brand new. It's well, I didn't get a new, but it's a recently released lens, and it's a 20 to 200mm. It's a very small lens actually for what it is. the heck is going on? Okay. Let's have a look at the sensor. That fuel frame sensor, and it's got so on it. I'm not touching that. Okay, and then oh, that's very close to the sensor. Okay, let's put that on. So this is it. It's it feels a bit beefy actually, but it seems pretty nice. I think I'm gonna like this. So these two are the lenses that I'm gonna stick with. I know the quality is not good on this lens, but it's a very convenient lens. So we'll see. I guess let's turn this on. If it's got a charge, and then it doesn't have a charge. I guess does it? Okay. That means we're gonna have to charge it. So plug it in. Okay, that's gonna need some charging. Will it not turn on? I don't think there's any charge in the battery, so gonna have to leave it like that. I was hoping to play around with it, but whatever. Okay, so that's the kit. Here we go. Now I'll show you the Micro Four Thirds kit. Compare that to this, and you can just see why I went back to this full frame. It's because of the weight and the size. Now I'll get the camera back here, so just for comparison. So with the Micro Four Thirds kit, nothing against it. I know it's amazing, high quality kit from Micro Four Thirds, but watch this. I can probably remove that, find a way to fit this in there, and then I've got just two lenses, and it's a much simpler kit. Just need to fit this in here, and then bam, 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 there we go. So okay, I'll figure this out, but the point is it's much lighter, it's much smaller. Talk about Micro Four Thirds being a light and portable kit, and there's nothing wrong with Micro Four Thirds, but this lens is what makes the difference, because I can sacrifice a little bit of the long end, and I can sacrifice a little bit on the wide end, but as a trade-off I can carry this one lens with me all the time, and that's really cool. So instead of three lenses, I'm down to one. So that's, in my opinion, that's a win. And I do prefer that. Actually, it's just a lot simpler now. Actually, I might not even carry the camera bag. I can actually fit these in my pockets. That's why I got this small lens. And I'm still tempted to get the Lumix S Pro 50mm f1.4. I sold that lens, but I want to keep, but I wanted to keep it. But this one, I'll play around with it. I think I'm gonna like this one. But I think, will it turn on? Okay, I don't know. I think something's wrong with it. Something is probably wrong with this camera. I'm not sure if it's like a safety switch or something like that. I mean, the set is like new, but it's not turning on. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, so as I expected, I think because of the cold, or because this has been lying around for a while, the battery has gone flat, so I'm gonna have to just leave it on charge for a very long time, and then you can start messing about with it. So I'll leave the video here. If you do have any questions about this lens or this setup here, to ask. If I have the answers, I will give you an answer. I think I'm gonna like this lens. I know it's one thing I wanted to mention actually. This is f3.5 to f6.3, but people complain about the aperture on this lens. Now I don't think that's nice because nobody or hardly anybody is complaining about the Lumix 28 to 200, which goes from f4 to f7.1. That's darker than this thing. So I mean I know it's around about the same, but this is brighter and it has the same range, but it's also wider. So it might not be an amazing lens, but I think it's very convenient, and I hope other manufacturers will make lenses as wide and longer than this will just make it more super. So I'll leave the video here and I'll see you guys in another video.